man.
Tell me when.
Wagwan.
Yeah, we're live now.
We're live.
All right, well, I'm not going to go through the usual monologue because we're back here in Sunny Isles, and the guests got a little bit darker.
Chocolate brown, by the way.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing today?
It's been an interesting day. I had a straight up pit bull, and now I have someone who might spread a little bit more spirituality.
We're here for the knowledge.
And you know what you both have in common? Just like everyone else, trying to get that bag. Just trying to do it different ways.
Of course. Make it in a way that makes me proud.
You like people born on 23rd going out there and trying to get the bag no matter what. Do you feel a kinship with people like that? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if someone's a Capricorn, I kind of feel like they're my people. If they're a snake, I feel like they're my people. If they're born on the 7th, kind of my people. Or at 33, even though they're all off-brand compared to me, still kind of my people. I'm serious about that. Think about it. 33 AD was a snake year. So if you're a 33 life path and you're not a snake, kind of off-brand, right? That's the way I translated it.
Wow. Jim's job.
I mean, I think it makes logical sense, but then again, most of the people out there are idiots. I'm hoping that my audience and your audience can bring the IQ level of that chat room a little bit up. Because sometimes, it's hard.
You know what's interesting? When I asked them for their birthday, most of the time when I calculated, 7 life path.
7 life path.
And I'm like, my people. You feel me? So I understand when you say you get their birthday or their sign, and then you find out like, okay, I see why we get along.
Numerology.
It works.
I always told people when I found out women who have 7 energy, moi, were born in the 7th, 16th, 25th, are actually intelligent. It's like, that's what sealed the deal in numerology, because I gotta tell you.
Some of us got a brain. Some of us got a brain.
But it's like a needle in a haystack, girl. It's rough out here. And then you gotta find women who aren't vaccinated. Are you vaccinated?
Of course not.
Of course not. Because as a 7 life path, it's just common sense. I'm born in a 7. She's a 7.
I thought it was common sense.
Yeah. Obviously, common sense is like a superpower. I swear to God, back in the day, you would have to actually accomplish something. Now, you just have to have like average IQ, and people think you're fucking smart.
Wow.
That would explain fucking the GOP.
I mean, you know what they say? Everybody's really thinking on the same frequency. I think one of your
sure
students.
About that?
No, you know what I mean. I mean, come on, you know what I mean. Most of these people, check me out. Most of these people are literally thinking on the same frequency, and just like your boy Aaron said, hive mind. I don't know why these people, they're just following each other's like habits. They see this habit, this person thinking this way, this person has this belief, this person has this character, and they just fall in line. Whatever they're told, they're just like, okay.
Just listen to her oppressor no matter what.
But it's like, hold on, why won't you question what the fuck they telling you?
Did it surprise you how many people actually fell in line during the vaccine?
Honestly, of course.
I remember in my home state of Ohio, they had a lottery for the vaccinated. So basically, when you get vaccinated, you get a number in my state. And if they called off that number, you get $1 million.
What the fuck?
No. I'm not kidding you, dude. In Washington, D.C., I was driving by. They were offering people free joints to get vaccinated. In other places, I think it was a lottery like in New York. And I'm thinking,
they was giving Happy Meals and fries for vaccination too.
Why would people be so interested in you being vaccinated? And it's like the same reason, if you understand history, you really believe they put fluoride in the tap water because it's good for your teeth? You really think the government gives a fuck about your teeth?
They promoted that shit like it was a motherfucking product. Like, the way they promoted that shit was with A1 marketing. Motherfuckers had ads, billboards, buses, like, wow.
The sickest thing I've seen in my life was I saw this in the water section. Had a baby on a 1 gallon water, spring water stuff, and it said added fluoride.
What?
I swear to God, it was a baby,
right in plain sight.
Baby, and it said added fluoride. You're literally trying to dumb down this child. These motherfuckers get fluoride in their goddamn fucking water. They don't get breastfed. They're dumb as fuck. And it ain't getting any fucking better.
Wow. And then most of these kids are like just straight iPad kids. Like they just raised like just straight on the iPad, and it's like no communication skills. No type of nurture in the mind. And then you be having these gifted kids, especially these little 11 life paths, these kids, the 11. Boy, you start talking to them and they just start spitting. You like, where you get that from? Oh, it's just in that spirit. It's like they need things to nurture that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm glad I found numerology because I'm always looking, 7 life path, I'm always looking something to stimulate my mind.
You didn't find numerology, you found me.
I mean, that's connected to you. You did say you're the godfather.
And when it comes to numerology, it's been around before me, but I just recreated it.
I know, but
I re-engineered that shit.
Numerology nowadays is connected to GG33. So when I say I found numerology, clearly you know what I'm talking about.
I know, man. We just gotta bust your balls.
Gotta make it clear, though.
I didn't like how Zerka was fucking with my hat, man.
Nah, he was
He was taking all this.
Like,
I did not like it. I just ripped that hat from him and put it right there. GG33. When you see that, that means excellence in the occult and entertainment. Because you know what, man? If you can't entertain the people, what the fuck are you actually doing?
People be on here monotone like this and then expect us to keep watching like you got me fucked up. That is not entertaining at all, bitch.
You know, I remember when I used to be a talk show host back about 12 years ago. And it was my 3-year cycle. I really went hard at it. When I did stuff like that, I always used to tell people, if you can't take a monologue, freestyle, without any notes, without any preparation, and just talk, spit game for 30 to 60 minutes, would still be interesting, still fucking change topics, put a little comedy there, maybe some sarcasm, talk some shit. If you can't do that, this is the wrong ball game for you. And what I've noticed is a lot of people in this game, whether, I'm not going to name podcasts, but a lot of people in this game, they have to basically have a crowd. They have to have like 10 people, and in there, then they can start spitting game. But by themselves, unless they got someone passing them the ball, unless they out unless they throwing it fucking half court, they can't do shit.
That's true. That's because you that information is within you. You understand it. People can't just subconsciously bring some shit up if they don't for real understand it. If it's just some shit they read and they say they get it,
or copy and paste it off Twitter.
Yeah, man. Copy and paste off shit fucking Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
There's so many frauds. And what I mean by frauds is, you know, it's one thing if you take someone's content, mix up the words a little bit, put the here, R here, fuck it up. Man, these lady fucks just copy, paste, put it down and say, yo, that's my shit. And then they'll fucking accuse you, project that you stole it from them. Fucking amazing. The criminals in this fucking country and the criminals in other countries, I really feel that they can pretty much do whatever they want because everyone's soft on crime now. Because they want to be soft on crime because that's another way to destroy the family from within. Criminals breed criminality and poverty. You know, I think the biggest issue in the world is poverty. I don't see why you have too many other issues than poverty. I also believe that there might be a way in the future where the lowest classes will have some sort of socialist system and the upper classes will stick with capitalism. It will be like a safety net for the fucking losers and all those people who can't compete. All those people who say it's unfair the Styx has 500,000 fucking followers on TikTok. It's unfair. You're privileged to have that stuff.
That's crazy that people really be thinking like that. Not understanding that it's work. Like this ain't no.
How much work did you put into that?
You know, this is so fucking funny, man. Again, maybe it's just you know, who I am. But at the age of 11 and 12, I was on just like the computer studying shit, getting books, just studying shit, writing books, just constantly leveling up my knowledge. That was what I did for fun.
Sounds like a 7.
While motherfuckers was out just hee ha ha playing, going to parties, like I was just chilling, like just learning new shit. So by the time all these new fucking platforms just came on, I was just like, okay, Facebook, okay, this, okay, that. You know, just finding new things, exploring, you know what I'm saying? And there's videos of me 12 years old making videos just like this with the mic. Just like this saying, what's up, guys? Like, there's over 11, 12 years of doing this. Making
23rd coming content, out of you hard, isn't it?
Making content like, boy, you can catch me, you can catch a video of me 11, 12, 13 years old on every platform. Twitter, Facebook, just fucking.
What was your favorite?
Facebook.
They banned me off that one in 2012.
Fucking Facebook.
I have no idea what I even said. But one of the best things is when they banned me off that, I started spitting hard on Twitter. So it's kind of blessing in disguise because that's where I build everything.
Yeah, you really put me on Twitter. Most people, especially in GG, will be like, man, we only on Twitter because he on Twitter. That's at least the case for me. I'm only on Twitter because he on Twitter.
Listen, I think Twitter is the best app because even the trolls tend to be funny sometimes.
That is true.
Even the people who you're arguing with tend to have a higher IQ level. The people, and I, like, for instance, when I do readings for people, and by the way, she does readings for GG33 as well. I do readings for people, I can tell when someone's from IG. I can tell when someone's a TikToker.
How come?
And I can tell someone's a Twitterer. Well, when I ever ask people, how blunt do you want me to be? You know, if they know me from Twitter, they already know what's good.
That's true.
If you find me from TikTok, you know, you found a nice version of Gary. You found a Gary from a parallel universe who's very nice to all the people. Doesn't say too many controversial things unless I'm attacking Tate. You know, nothing too big. You find me on IG, all of a sudden, you know, that content gets pushed up a little bit. I might start talking about some conspiracies. I might start talking about, you know, something like Jimmy Buckets is Michael Jordan's a legitimate child. I might bring that up. But you come to fucking Twitter, it's like, sense. You know, you start bopping that chest, you start talking real hard. Because on Twitter, I just straight up go after people. People have to understand, Twitter is not for you people. It is not content for you people. It is for me. It is for me to talk down for people. It is for me to fucking tell people, you do it my way, you're smart, you're not, you're stupid. And the fact of the matter is, more and more people start doing it my way, and then your life gets better. So, I mean, listen.
You need information. Don't be dumb. Like, I think people out here not fucking leveling up their head. Like, you gotta be like, I'ma think they stupid. Because it's just, knowledge is the only way to level yourself up, for real. If you don't know, you can't use the excuse, I don't know. Like, that's some bullshit. Like, that's just some, I don't want to take accountability. Like, bro, always be trying to level up your mind and learn some new shit.
How old are you?
23.
Wow. Imagine there's a 23-year-old out here spitting game, talking about the things that you should do. And most of you people out there are in your 40s, 50s, maybe even 60s. I'm sure we have some 60-year-old fans here. There's got to be a few.
They be watching. You'd be surprised.
I got to be telling you, the fact of the matter is, she's running circles around you at 23. That's pretty pathetic. A 23-year-old, man. I mean, I don't really remember myself too much.
To be fair, I think I've been here a couple of times. To be fair, I feel like I've been here a couple of times.
But this reincarnation is only 23 cycles old. So as much game as you might have, the experience ain't there. But yet, even with that handicap, you're leveled up way past most people. I don't know what else to say, man. There's some people in this world who just get it. There's some people in this world who the knowledge just resonates them. And I got to tell you, even though we're living in a time where there's more enlightened people at any time in human history, there's quite a few devolved folks out there too. And these devolved folks actually feel entitled to what you have and what you know. How many times have you got a DM? Yo, stop gatekeeping. Yo,
Just give
what's
it for
up?
free. Give it for free. Bitch, what? All this studying I did?
Example.
All this connection, bitch, my brain hurt. What you talking about? Give it to you for free. Hell no. I did all these steps for you to just...
They're
Bitch,
disrespecting you, aren't they?
Get the fuck out of
They're
here.
disrespecting you. And what I mean by disrespecting you is, listen, they're not valuing your time. When you don't value someone's time, you're fucking disrespecting them. If you're trying to say that, yo, we fucking put in all this work, connected all this time, wasted all our time, effort, put it in, sometimes even our passion, our emotions.
Bitch, don't play with me.
Fucking fuck. It's like Smokey every fucking day out here. You know what I'm saying? And if you're trying to say that you're just entitled to this, what did you do? Did you put in any work? That's like going up to a bodybuilder and telling them, yo, I want your body. That's mine. What the fuck? You didn't put in any fucking work.
You ain't put in the hours.
No.
Was you shooting with me in the gym?
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
Same thing up here, man. You gotta fucking put in the work. Not only put in the work, not only reading, but know what to read and know what misinformation is.
Yeah, most people out here don't even have discernment, and they just take whatever they just because somebody says it, it's true. Like, you gotta have a type of intuition, you know, that lets you know, that discernment to let you know, like, hold on, this shit don't feel right. You know, like, trust the feeling. The feeling will give you everything you need to know. But y'all just it's just anybody that just says something,
What's
they just
the biggest
accept
problem
it.
with people in your generation?
The first word that comes to my head, the first thing that came to my head was accountability. I'm not gonna hold you. That was the first word that came to my head.
I wasn't talking about women.
No, man. You know what? Now that I think about it, damn. You know when you say shit and you think about a certain group of people? Exactly.
Accountability.
Okay.
What do you think is the cause? Besides
Entitlement. Entitlement.
And now
Entitlement.
it's not just with materialism that people feel entitled. It's also with spiritualism and spiritual knowledge. So this is what I coined about a decade ago: spiritual communists. And spiritual communists are out there, basically NPCs, who believe you should give them everything you have. I've had actually people tell me they don't pay for knowledge. You go to school, you went to go for college. Oh, you did, but you don't pay for knowledge. I got you. You know, here's the thing. You're not going to master everything in life. There's not enough time. No matter who the fuck you are, you're not going to master everything in life. So what you want to do with your life is go to the masters in every single field. And yes, if you have some sort of skill and someone else has some sort of skill, you might barter something. But when it comes down to it, it's usually cash, trade. That's how it works. So, you know, when it comes down to the big picture, capitalism is what gives people incentive, because if you just hand something to someone, they usually don't appreciate it.
You know what else? I feel like it's a game, and it's
Cat
like
always
how
does, doesn't it?
It's just I feel like this shit a game. Like, y'all niggas play GTA. Like, let's not be stupid. Like, y'all play GTA. You play the side missions. You bust the main missions. You feel me? Like, you do it for the cash. Like
a decade ago I played
you
that
feel
game.
me? Like, this shit a game.
I used to
Like,
get to the FBI.
What'd you say?
Yeah, get the FBI at GTA where the FBI would come after you. I think
5 stars.
I think after the FBI was like the army, right?
Yeah.
Because I would get past the police quick. I used to go in their police station just, you know what I always want to do? Bodies,
Get
hit the
smoke.
floor, get that song, bodies, hit the floor, go in there and just go into the straight police station. Remember, you're talking about a guy who fucking knocked out a cop. Like, when I was like your age, I knocked out a cop, Styx.
Bomba clot.
And guess what? If I ever run for president, which I will, that's gonna get me half the black vote. Think about it. Some white dude knocked out a cop. Man,
Damn, I didn't know that.
They can't go any fucking worse, can they, Styx?
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they whooped my ass too. You see that? Yeah.
That was a 4-day?
Yeah, that was courtesy of the law enforcement. So when they say they already whipped the darker pigmentation's ass, remember, they whooped my ass too.
Damn.
You know I fell out of a cop car handcuff, Sticks?
What?
Oh, you didn't know that? Before GG33, before all that stuff, it was February 1st, 1998. And well, they picked me up the day before, but it was late. They handcuffed me, and I was talking shit to the officers because they picked me up in the hood. No, they picked me up in a nice neighborhood. I'm like, you know, your scary asses won't come down to the hood because I would have had backup. I was just talking. So they opened the thing, pepper sprayed me. They didn't lock the door properly. So on the highway, I'm leaning on the door and I fucking like fall out, right? And I'm handcuffed. That's why you see the handcuffs? Boom, boom, boom. And it was dark, okay? So I could have been run over by somebody and somehow I didn't. I should have died that day. It never happened. But the fact of the matter is, cops can kill white people too. I think that was a Matrix just trying to make sure 33 doesn't do what it's supposed to do. It is what it is. But listen, even with all that bullshit, and I was never a fan of police, I never fucking said to fund the police. Even with all the hate I had for cops back in the day, because that shit no joke. That shit no joke.
I wish
now you know I'm born at 7 for real, huh? Now you know I'm born at 7 for real.
I wish this shit was zooming so y'all can see this. See the same shit I'm seeing.
They fucked up my shit. And I was police officers. You did that to me. So at the end of the day, even though those particular police officers were pieces of garbage, I never said to fund the police. Because police are necessary evil, just like government. Why do you think government starts with Geo, just like God starts with Geo? Part of the fucking gold network, just like gold, Geo. Gold makes the rules, God, government, it's all there. The gold network, as I like to call it.
Let me show you.
Damn.
That's the police did that to me.
You see how it's
What the
all fucked up right
fuck?
there?
The police did that to me.
What the?
Yep. So again, people with the lighter pigmentation get hit sometimes too.
Of course.
You know, most people will say, most people don't know this. More white people get killed by the police than black people. But if you do it as a percentage, black people definitely get killed more by the police. Here's the thing I don't like about that shit. I'm never going to say defund the police, but I have a problem with the way the police do things.
Of course.
And the problem I have is, what the fuck you got to shoot to kill for? Why can't you just cap the motherfucker in the kneecap?
Tase.
What?
Also,
even
too.
tase. But if you're gonna use lethal force, why do you have to aim for the heart? Why do you have to aim? If the motherfucker has a knife, if he has a gun, I got you. Double tap, done. But if he has a knife and he's like 20 feet away, what the fuck is he gonna do? Some Chinese
them
fucking
people
movie?
not trained. The people go to academy, do some push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Run a little bit. They give them a book, and then they put them out on the road. These motherfuckers don't even got morals themselves. So how the fuck can they deviate? What the fuck? They can't even de-escalate a fucking situation. These niggas take their personal shit to the field and just go crazy.
You know what bothers me? When I go and I see security guards who are either little women. I know you box, but there's little women out there who should not be security guards, or fucking old men who are like 70, 60 years old. Like, motherfucker, what are you gonna do if something actually jumps off? And by the way, you know what I've seen a lot? A lot of these black men who've been shot were shot by white women cops. Because when it comes down to, I'm not talking about racism. This has nothing to do with racism. A white woman is not going to be able to physically be able to handle most men. I mean, yeah, sure, if you have like one who's a female bodybuilder or something, but like they're fucking rare. So when it comes down to it, even the strongest female is going to get her ass whooped by the average guy. So these women can't overpower these guys. So they got that gun, boop, boop, double tap. And here's the problem. They shoot him in the head. They shoot him in the heart. Because that's how they're trained to fucking do. Shooting the goddamn kneecap like the Black Lives Matter protest. You want to steal something? Cool. Fucking walk with the limp for the rest of your life, motherfucker. Okay? They're stealing from their own fucking neighborhoods. What the fuck? It's not like... If the Black Lives protesters went to the government buildings and started burning down the government buildings, I wouldn't say shit to them.
That shit was a setup.
That's government property.
It was a setup.
Those
Y'all know that.
motherfuckers
Y'all
went
know
in
that.
and they fucking burned
Set
down
up.
their own stores, their own neighborhoods, their own grocery stores. You do not shit where you live. If you want to do that shit, go after the government. I will support
That's some
you.
programming shit right there.
It definitely was. It
That's
definitely
some programming shit. That's that hive mind shit. They give it a whole new direction, a whole new demand.
George Washington started the American Revolution. George Floyd, the Black Lives Matter Revolution. They love that fucking name. Certain names create certain frequencies, and when those frequencies are heard, people get revolutionary. And by the way, Michael, we know the EL at the end, Elon, and we know all that. But I just want to put this out there. Michael Jackson has been dead for over a decade. And the Illuminati still go way out their way to make this guy seem like a pedo, make this guy seem like this and that. I personally think the guy was probably a fucking saint. The fact that if you have the powers to be still going after you after you've been dead, they've only done that for Muhammad and Jesus. We don't even know those people have been alive. They could be fiction, they could be fictional characters, but Michael Jackson lived. I remember his music. I remember all of it. Hell, man, Smooth Criminal is all about Obama. That motherfucker might be a fucking fortune teller. But when it comes to Michael Jackson, I think he was an extremely naive but very charismatic and a very innocent soul. And he was born in a dog year. He liked kids. All dogs like fucking kids, man. Of course they like kids. This is garbage. It really is. And they basically try to make this man look like garbage after he's dead for a decade. That's how you know someone's probably a saint.
Why do you think that though?
When I look at everything that went on to Michael when they went after him and stuff like that, there is one song, Man in the Mirror. Without going into the numerology, you understand what he's trying to say? I start seeing that and I'm like, wow, you slippery son of a bitch. You fucking put coded messages and stuff. And I'll tell you there's coded messages in that song. Go figure it out. Good fucking luck too.
Man in the mirror.
Man in the mirror, man. Man in the mirror, man in the mirror. That song has a lot of hidden meaning, but regardless, I look at Michael Jackson and the fact that they're still hitting him all these years later. It might be 16, 15 years later. I really believe he was probably a fucking close to a saint for something like that to happen.
I agree with that.
You know,
I agree with that.
Anything the New World Order does, if they're fucking pushing something, it has negative implications behind it. If they're fucking saying something's negative, they're probably trying to have a positive message. Because, you know, they ain't trying to ban anything that's bad for the family. They ain't trying to ban anything that's bad for culture. Shit, man. They want to fucking promote all degeneracy, every kind. As a matter of fact, degeneracy is free. Why don't they charge people for porn, Styx? Why is that? Because they want you at that frequency.
They want it to be readily available.
They want you at that frequency. Now, if you fucking simps out there who are going to OnlyFans and doing all this other garbage, spending your money there, guess what? You just dropped your load. You don't have any time for any fucking woman. You don't give a fuck because you got the fucking porn. So you can't even build a relationship with a fucking woman or whoever else you want to build a relationship with.
It's a trap.
Man, that just reminded me of that like meme from Star Wars. It's a trap. It's a trap. Hell yeah, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Hell yeah, it's a trap. And if you don't have the common sense to realize that, if you don't have the common sense especially after COVID, fucking 3 years.
That was when everybody should have saw the gig. Like, the gig is up. At that point, I was like, the gig is up. Like, clearly this is a stage.
And basically, it's not just a stage here in America, because it didn't matter if you're a socialist country, Canada, a capitalist country, America, a Chinese
They all
fucking
with it.
communist, a fucking whatever gangster Russia is. All those nations fell in line. All those different systems fell in line. So logically, Styx, if we have different systems who are competing against each other, think people who are leaders of countries who never get
Never
anything
get
done,
along.
never agree on
All
anything.
of a sudden.
But yeah, all of a sudden they get all in line. Interesting how that happened. So what that basically means, if you have a logical mind, is they probably were taking orders from somebody off top. So that means the world leaders aren't actually leaders, are they, Styx?
Nope.
They're puppets. Puppets. Some puppets are more powerful than others. Like, Barack Obama, he got some juice. He got some juice.
course.
But, when it comes down to Joe Biden, I'll call Joe Biden a fucking pedophile right now, and a goddamn thing's gonna happen to me. You know why? Because Joe Biden is fucking trying to save his own fucking ass right now with Barack Obama and the Republicans. Could you imagine the Republicans right now? They're fucking getting all these files from Obama. By the way, secretly. Secretly. Do you guys remember 3 weeks ago when I said all of a sudden Hunter Biden and Joe Biden are gonna have problems real soon because they broke with Obama? All of a sudden, now they're fucking, now when you're going after Hunter, they're going after the big guy. They said he fucking stole $5 million. He stole a lot more than that. But they're fucking dropping these files into Republican offices. Obama doesn't have to do anything. He has all the dirt. All he has to do is get the dirt to the Republicans. They'll do his dirty work for him. Wouldn't you love to live like that, man? Wouldn't you love to live like that? It's like whenever I go past a toll road and you gotta pay some like stupid ass toll. I'm like, how come I can't just fucking open a toll road in the middle of the road and demand money from people? Why can't I legally? If the government's legally extorting people, how come I can't do it? And it just shows you that you're fucking nobody, no matter what you're doing out here, because the government's the biggest fucking racket in the fucking world.
They gave you the game. Monopoly. They tell you right in front of your face. They tell you right in front of your face.
A lot of smart people I know said that when the FBI destroyed the mobs, that Gambino, Crime Family, all those guys, they basically looked at their structure and they're like, wait a second, this ain't that bad of an idea. So what they basically is they took out the mob, their competition, and then they took what their basically local structure was. You have the capos, then you have the fucking lieutenants, and they basically made a whole deep state just like them. So that's why they say it really doesn't matter who the president is, and sometimes it's the deep state that never moves. Presidents change all the time. Those deep state agents stay there and they're ingrained. Like they're fucking got an anchor fucking tied to their ass. They ain't going nowhere.
Wow. Listen, y'all, when he started talking, he started dropping that knowledge, I start visualizing what he's saying, and then my brain just
It helps with
expands.
the color orange behind you.
Yes. Yes. Have you looking at life in a whole different way.
I've noticed one thing this year. Above all else, these cats keep coming to my house. These cats keep coming to my house. There's literally, I live in a place where there's pretty much 15 identical units. They're all beautiful homes, 7 figures easy. But for some reason, in front of my house, just mine, like all the other houses look the same. There's nothing different about my house except that I'm there. These fucking cats have like block parties, like 5, 6 deep.
6 deep?
6 deep. Okay. And they're looking at me like I'm fucking invading their territory.
All right, yeah.
Why is the Matrix sending me 6 cats, man?
Y'all saw the movie. Y'all saw the movie.
I'm going to end this one with this Styx. In Egypt, there used to be a lynx type of cat. It's much bigger than the cats we have nowadays. And this lynx cat, it was probably about 3 times the size of a cat. They could actually see auras. That was their gift. These cats could see auras. And what they did was they were basically agents for the state. agents for the government, the regime in charge. And every family in Egypt would be required to have a cat in their home, and this cat could read auras. So if anyone wanted to betray the king, the cat would look at their aura, and would report back on them, and they're fucking done. And it was a requirement that everyone had to have a cat like that. And these cats were basically loyal to the people in charge. There's a reason Cleopatra has the name Leo in it, and cat. So when it comes down to it, always understand that the cats that are around now are not the same cats that were around before. And those cats, there's a reason witches always had cats around, because they actually have abilities. Again, if a cat's just like a fucking beta male and it's just not doing anything and it's not fucking trying to better itself, it's just gonna be a cat.
Yep.
But there's some cats just like humans, and they want to better themselves. And, you know, good genes really do help as well. Styx, you have anything you want to add for the good people before we end this day? Because it is getting late. And you have any products you want to put out there? How do people find the brand? How do people find the franchise?
All right, y'all. My Instagram, I'm Styx River. My Twitter, Sticky River, STYKYRIVER. But you're going to see it on his Twitter. Don't worry about it. You're going to see it on his Twitter. Don't worry about it. And then what I want you to do is, I want your ass to go get some fucking crystals. Go ahead at mnhrtz.com. All right? Check it out. We in the Discord, GG Academy. So if you want to learn more about crystals, you want to learn more about numerology, you want to fucking enlighten your mind, you want to learn more, join GG Academy. You can find me in there too. Period.
She's
Later.
Good. She's good, ain't she? Anyways, this has been a GG33 production. Peace.
Later.